9 handicap, looking to improve the driver swing and create a more consistent shot shape. We've got both the face on and down the line views, and we will start down the line to talk about your path and club face control alongside your setup, which I think could use a little bit more space from the ball. Just backing up slightly would allow those arms to not have such a relaxed position, as your club might also be a little bit more upright than I'd like to see from the start. So I'm saying this mostly because I know that your ball is set up on the toe and then comes back down and strikes on the heel. So there is some disruption of the hips and knees drawing in closer to the ball, not giving those hands the feeling like they have enough space. But the main issue that we'll see from the other side is your path in the follow through, how it will deviate rightward of target rather quickly, and the ball will tend to have an opposite effect in slicing off to the left, especially when the contact is close enough to the heel to promote some gear effect, also causing leftward spin. So the body mechanics that we see from this down the line view really aren't that bad, and I would stick with the attempt to draw the ball because it looks, with that much turn in your backswing, it looks like that's what you're trying to do, and with that amount of laydown of the club at the top. But I would try to tighten up your wrist angles just a little bit, because if we watch that club face, get one frame right here, decently square, a little bit open, but really not that far off, marking that angle of the face and watching it again in the downswing. Here's that same angle, here's where you are. You've rotated a good 15-20 degrees open through your transition, which I believe leads you to either hit a big block push on the heel, or you're going to try to wrap it around and save the shot by folding in your arms close to your body. So that becomes very visible when we look back to this side here, where your setup isn't bad. Again, it's a draw bias position with your grip, with your ball position, feet flared out and the club hovering off the ground. We'll watch with a couple lines, one in the lead hip and one through your spine. So the takeaway, as we noted, is rotational. It's pure. It's a little bit long with the lead leg kicking in slightly, but you can get away with a lot of these motions if you can unwind out of it. But what makes you a good ball striker with your short clubs and what makes you struggle with these longer clubs is the amount of sit to your front side or the amount of shift you have forward before you turn. So the body and weight transfer continues to drive forward, which does influence that steep or downward angle of attack through strike, creating a lot of unpredictability for the club face. And more importantly for you, is that it makes your follow through jam up across your body and fold those arms together. So I know you feel this here, and that needs to be fixed by extending and releasing the club. But you can't really do that effectively when you shift that far forward. So get to a similar top, still get that weight to start by planting down on that left foot, but then try to post back, turn the hip open, and stay behind the ball with that driver. That should give you more room to extend those arms and release. So your tour comp of watching that impact area is the lefty himself, Phil, who is halfway up his backswing, reaching away. Great comparison of what you do with your lead knee as well, kicking down and in towards the ball. But then, after tons and tons of wrist break and length of backswing, the hips will sit still to the front side, but hit a brick wall, not passing the lead hip, but before rotating open and then holding the lag until the release and extension. Watch how the right or his left elbow will go from a very tight connected flexed position and then almost like a piston extend and push that club through impact, releasing the club and rolling the toe over, rotating the forearms and finishing the swing. So let's look through that impact area again, where the club has all kinds of lag that is released at the right moment, rolling the forearms and extending the arms. So that forces the club in a direction that is hard to draw from this angle, but it is out to the left. So if we jump back to you very quickly as a last segment and looking at that direction out to the left, as the forearms release and extend, the impact area of the club would be more likely to travel this way, promoting more of a push draw, than that way, which creates either a straight pull or a heely cut working the ball across from your target. So release and extend the club, give yourself some more space from the setup, and really try going slow. Work on this with your 5-iron to see if you can create a little bit more of a push-draw shape with those longer irons before trying it with the driver. Good luck. Sendtoswing.com.